Every 40 seconds, someone in America faces a heart attack, a sobering reality that can strike without warning. Picture this: you're alone in your quiet home, maybe sipping coffee or reading the morning paper. Then a strange heaviness grips your chest. Your breath catches. A wave of fatigue washes over you. No one is there to call for help. Panic starts to creep in. It's a terrifying scenario most of us never prepare for, but it's one that thousands face each year. Here's the hopeful truth: you don't have to feel powerless. Today, I'm sharing 7 proven, life-saving tips to help you survive a heart attack when you're all alone. Backed by research from trusted sources like the American Heart Association and the Cleveland Clinic, these strategies are designed to give you precious time until help arrives. Let's walk through this together, arming you with knowledge, stirring hope in your heart, and inspiring you to take simple steps that could protect your life. Because you deserve to live fully, surrounded by the people and moments you love. And I'm here to help you make that happen. 1. Recognizing the early warning signs of a heart attack. Imagine you're at home, maybe tidying up or watching your favorite show, when you feel an odd sensation, like a heavy weight in your chest or a strange tiredness that just won't quit. You might think, oh, it's just indigestion, or I'm getting older, this is normal. But here's the truth that could save your life. Your body is trying to warn you, sometimes up to 24 hours before a heart attack strikes. The American Heart Association says over half of seniors miss these subtle signals. Brushing them off is no big deal. That's a scary thought, isn't it? I think of my neighbor, Mary, who ignored her unusual fatigue for days, only to end up in the hospital. It breaks my heart to know she could have acted sooner. But there's hope in knowing what to look for. Signs like sudden cold sweats, nausea, or shortness of breath, especially without any exercise, are red flags. For women, it's even trickier, as research in the Journal of Gerontology shows they're 70% more likely to feel things like upper back pain or exhaustion instead of classic chest pain. These differences can be deadly if ignored, but they're also a chance to act fast. The first 10 minutes of a heart attack are what cardiologists call the golden window, where quick action can boost your survival odds dramatically. So, let's make a promise to ourselves: no more dismissing those odd feelings. By listening to your body's whispers, you can call for help before it's too late. You've got the power to take control, and that starts with knowing these signs. Let's keep learning, stay prepared, and protect the precious life you lead. 2. Immediate actions to take if you suspect a heart attack while you're alone. Picture this: you're in your living room, and that strange chest discomfort or overwhelming fatigue hits. Your heart races, and you realize this might be serious. It's a frightening moment, and being alone makes it feel even heavier. I think of my friend Tom, who faced this exact scenario last year, home alone, unsure what to do. The fear is real. But here's where hope shines through. One simple action can change everything. The very first thing you must do is call emergency services, like 911, right away, before anything else. Emergency medicine experts say this single choice can dramatically boost your survival chances. Did you know many smartphones have a one-button emergency feature? The American Association of Retired Persons urges everyone over 60 to set this up today, not tomorrow, because every second counts. Now, while you're on the phone, your body position matters more than you might think. The Cleveland Clinic recommends sitting in a semi-reclined position, with your upper body raised about 30 degrees, maybe propped up with pillows. This isn't just a random tip. It reduces strain on your struggling heart and keeps blood flowing better. Lying flat, which feels instinctive, can actually make things worse. And that's a scary thought. But there's more you can do to stay calm and strong. Try the 4 to 7-8 breathing method, a technique the Mayo Clinic says can stabilize your heart rhythm and lower anxiety while you wait for help. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 7, exhale for 8. It's amazing how something as simple as your breath can be a lifeline, isn't it? The Journal of Emergency Medicine backs this up, showing that these self-help actions can increase survival rates by up to 40% when help is delayed. These steps aren't a replacement for paramedics, but they're a bridge to keep you safe until they arrive. I feel for anyone facing this alone, but I'm inspired by the power you hold in these moments. Let's commit to being ready, to acting fast, and to giving ourselves the best shot at survival. You're stronger than you know, and these actions are your tools to prove it. 3. How to buy time until help arrives during a heart attack when you're alone. Imagine you've just called 911, and now you're waiting, heart pounding, feeling that heavy tightness in your chest. The minutes stretch on, and it's just you, alone in your home, hoping help gets there fast. It's a nerve-wracking moment, isn't it? I think of my Aunt Clara, who went through this, clutching her phone, praying she'd make it through. That fear is so real. But here's the hopeful part. You can take specific actions to maximize your chances of survival. Once you've called for help, your focus is on keeping your body as stable as possible. Did you know your position can boost blood flow to vital organs by up to 30%? Experts at Johns Hopkins recommend the recovery position. Lie on your left side, with your right knee bent forward for balance. This simple move eases pressure on your heart and optimizes circulation. Unlike sitting upright or pacing, which many of us might do instinctively, but can actually strain your heart more. It's worrying to think how our natural reactions could work against us. But knowledge is power. The American College of Cardiology says quick actions like these can significantly reduce heart damage. Another way to buy time is using common household items as life-saving tools. The American Heart Association suggests keeping an emergency heart kit in an easy-to-reach spot. Include essentials like your medication list and emergency contacts. Have you thought about how prepared your home is right now? When talking to 911, be clear and concise. Experts say saying, "Possible heart attack, elderly person alone," right after your address can cut response times by up to 3 minutes. Those words trigger priority protocols. The American Journal of Emergency Medicine confirms this can make a huge difference. Every minute delayed drops survival odds by about 10%. While waiting, conserve energy. The National Institute on Aging advises staying as still and calm as possible. Use slow, deep breaths or picture a peaceful scene, like a quiet beach. These techniques can lower your heart's oxygen demand by up to 20%. Isn't it incredible how your mind and body can work together in a crisis? I feel for anyone facing these long, scary minutes alone. But I'm inspired by the strength you can tap into with these strategies. Let's commit to preparing our homes and practicing these steps, so we're ready to fight for every precious moment. You've got this, and these tools can help you hold on until help arrives. 4. Prevention. Preparing your home and body to reduce the risk of a heart attack and be ready if one strikes. Picture yourself in your cozy home, maybe enjoying a quiet evening with a book or chatting with a friend on the phone. It feels safe, right? But what if a heart attack hits and your home isn't set up to help you? That's a worrying thought. I remember my cousin Ed, who lives alone, and never thought about how his cluttered hallway could slow down paramedics. It tugs at my heart to think of him struggling to reach a phone in a crisis. But here's the hopeful news with a few simple changes. Your home and body can become your strongest allies. The National Council on Aging says small home tweaks, like clear pathways to doors and phones, can cut emergency response times by up to 7 minutes for seniors living alone. Imagine keeping a charged phone by your bed or favorite chair, always within reach. It's such an easy step, but it could be a lifesaver. Now, let's talk about your body. You don't need a gym or fancy equipment to strengthen your heart. The American Heart Association recommends just 5 minutes of seated exercises each morning. Try arm circles, knee lifts, or ankle rotations. These gentle movements, studied for years, can reduce your risk of heart issues by up to 40% if done regularly. Isn't it amazing that 5 minutes a day could add years to your life? Your kitchen is another powerhouse for prevention. Research in the Journal of Nutrition highlights heart-protecting foods like berries, leafy greens, fatty fish, and nuts. These foods fight inflammation and keep your arteries flexible. Think about adding a handful of blueberries to your breakfast or a salad to your dinner. Small changes, big impact. Stress and hydration matter, too. The Journal of Gerontology found that daily mindfulness practices, like a quick meditation, cut cardiac events by nearly 30% in seniors. Meanwhile, the Mayo Clinic warns that even mild dehydration forces your heart to work harder. That's a risk many seniors face when they limit fluids due to mobility issues. That's a scary trade-off, but so easy to fix with a water bottle nearby. I feel for anyone who thinks these steps are too much, but I'm inspired by how simple they really are. Let's make a commitment today. Rearrange one piece of furniture for easier access. Try a 5-minute exercise, or add a heart-healthy food to your plate. These actions empower you to protect your heart and live with confidence. You deserve a home and body that support your vibrant life. So let's start building that strength today. Recovery and rehabilitation after a heart attack, especially when you faced it alone. Imagine you're in the hospital, the monitors beeping softly, and you're finally past the worst. You're safe, but your heart and mind are still reeling from what happened. It's a vulnerable moment, isn't it? I think of my friend Linda, who survived a heart attack alone at home, but the fear of it happening again haunted her for weeks. That anxiety is so real, and it's hard to imagine picking up the pieces. But here's the hopeful truth. The first 30 days after a heart attack, what cardiologists call the golden month, are a powerful window for healing and building a stronger future. The American Journal of Cardiology shows that the steps you take in these 30 days can shape your health for the next decade. Structured recovery programs can cut the risk of another heart attack by up to 50%. Yet, worryingly, nearly 40% of seniors don't complete them. That statistic hits hard, but it also lights a fire to do better. Physical recovery is key. The American Heart Association says tailored exercise plans can improve heart function by up to 30% in just 3 months. Picture gentle walks or guided stretches, slowly rebuilding your strength under a doctor's care. But it's not just your body that needs healing. Emotional recovery is just as critical. Research in the Journal of Psychosomatic Research found that anxiety after a heart attack can raise the risk of future problems. Joining a support group for heart attack survivors or talking to a counselor can break that cycle. I feel for anyone carrying that fear, but I'm inspired by how connection and care can lift that weight. Rebuilding confidence to live independently is another challenge. The fear of being alone again can lead to isolation, which hurts your quality of life. Cardiac rehab specialists suggest starting small, maybe spend short periods alone, and gradually increase as you feel stronger. Tools like medical alert systems or check-in calls with family can offer peace of mind. Nutrition also plays a huge role. The Journal of the American College of Cardiology found that certain diets, rich in vegetables and lean proteins, can even reverse some arterial damage. Imagine nourishing your heart with every meal, giving it the fuel to heal. These steps aren't easy, but they're within your reach. Let's commit to giving your heart the best chance at recovery, both physically and emotionally. You've already shown incredible strength surviving a crisis. Now, let's harness that to thrive. Reach out for support, follow your rehab plan, and take it one day at a time. Your future self deserves a vibrant, confident life, and you're building that right now. 6. Creating your personalized emergency plan to be ready for a heart attack, especially if you're alone. Picture this. It's a quiet evening, and you're at home, maybe watching the sunset or watering your plants. Suddenly, you feel that alarming tightness in your chest. In that moment, having a clear plan could mean the difference between panic and action. It's a sobering thought, isn't it? I think of my Uncle George, who lives alone and never thought he'd need an emergency plan until a scare last summer. My heart aches imagining him fumbling for what to do. But here's the hopeful part, a simple, well-prepared plan can empower you to act fast and stay calm. The American Heart Association offers a 3-step template designed for seniors living independently. It includes your medical details, emergency contacts, and clear steps to follow during a crisis. Research from the Journal of Emergency Medicine shows that having this information ready can cut critical response time by up to 9 minutes. That's 9 minutes that could save your life. Worried about where to start? It's easier than you think. Keep a concise medical info sheet in key spots on your fridge, in your wallet, and by your bedside. Emergency responders can use this instantly, instead of wasting precious time searching. You can also set up simple communication systems without losing your independence. Some senior communities use a good morning check-in. Neighbors place a sign in their window each day to signal they're okay. It's a small gesture, but it saved lives while respecting privacy. The National Institute on Aging highlights how technology can help, too. Smartwatches that detect irregular heart rhythms or falls can alert emergency services automatically. This can cut response times by 48%. Isn't it incredible how these tools can offer peace of mind for you and your loved ones? Regular updates to your plan are crucial, too. Medical and contact details change. Cardiac care specialists suggest reviewing your plan every 3 months. I feel for anyone who thinks planning sounds overwhelming, but I'm inspired by how straightforward it can be. Let's make a commitment today. Create or update your emergency plan this week. Jot down your medical info, talk to a neighbor about a check-in system, or explore a medical alert device. These steps give you control and confidence. They ensure you're never truly alone in a crisis. You deserve to live with security and joy, and this plan is your foundation for that vibrant life. Let's do this together and take charge of your heart's safety. 7. Real survival stories that show these techniques work when facing a heart attack alone. Picture a 73-year-old retired teacher, home by herself, feeling an unusual fatigue and a slight ache in her arm. Her heart races with worry, but she remembers the warning signs we've talked about. She calls 911, positions herself on her left side, and breathes deeply. Just as we've learned, that moment of clarity saves her life. It's a powerful image, isn't it? I think of my friend Sarah's dad, who faced a similar scare, alone in his apartment, and the fear he felt not knowing if he'd see his grandkids again. My heart goes out to anyone in that terrifying situation. But here's the hopeful truth: stories like these prove preparation makes all the difference. The American College of Emergency Physicians studied hundreds of seniors who survived heart attacks alone, and the key wasn't luck, age, or even how close they were to a hospital. It was knowledge. Those who recognized symptoms fast, called for help immediately, and used proper positioning had dramatically better outcomes. This teacher's quick thinking meant minimal heart damage. Her cardiologist said her awareness of atypical symptoms was crucial. These stories don't just end with survival. They ripple outward. A 78-year-old man, after surviving his own heart attack, started a neighborhood emergency network in his retirement community. His check-ins and training have saved 7 lives since. Isn't that incredible? The Journal of Positive Psychology found that survivors who stay hopeful and active in their recovery see significantly better results. Many, like Sarah's dad, reprioritize their lives after recovery. They cherish family, cut stress, and live with a new sense of gratitude. It's moving to think how a crisis can spark such positive change, not just for them, but for entire communities. I feel for those who have faced this alone, but I'm uplifted by their resilience. Let's take inspiration from these survivors and commit to action. Learn these techniques, share them with someone you love, and prepare your emergency plan today. You have the power to be your own hero. Just like these survivors, your life is precious, and these stories show you can protect it with knowledge and courage. Let's honor their strength by taking steps to safeguard our own hearts, ensuring many more years of joy and connection. We've walked through 7 life-saving tips today, from recognizing early warning signs to crafting your personal emergency plan. Each one is a tool to protect you during a heart attack, especially when you're alone. Imagine the weight of facing that moment without knowing what to do, the fear gripping your heart as seconds tick by. It's a scary thought, isn't it? I think of my neighbor, John, who lives alone and worries about his heart health, wondering if he's prepared for the unexpected. My heart aches for him and so many others facing that uncertainty. But here's the powerful truth: you hold the key to your safety. Backed by science from the American Heart Association and real stories of survivors, these strategies can give you precious time and peace of mind. You're not helpless, you're empowered. Picture the relief of knowing exactly what to do, the confidence of having a plan in place, ready to act fast. Your life is too precious to leave to chance. It's filled with moments yet to cherish with family, friends, and dreams still to chase. Let's make a promise today. Take one step, whether it's setting up your emergency kit, practicing those breathing techniques, or sharing this knowledge with someone you love. The Journal of Emergency Medicine shows that preparation can boost survival rates by up to 40%. And that's a hope worth holding on to. You deserve many more years of laughter, love, and independence. So, let's act now, together, to protect your heart and inspire others to do the same. Your strength starts with this knowledge, and I believe in you to use it wisely.